Greetings, and once again, welcome back to the Insanity. I know I'm back pretty soon, and I quite didn't expect that, but this might just be me escaping some coding problems or something. That's entirely possible. But either way, last time we left off, we had started providing this heavy oil. Well, we were about to provide this heavy oil, but it turns out that we didn't have enough iron to set up the train station. And in the last episode, we also started setting up some Favagai. I mean, a dedicated city block for that. And what I'm going to do right now is to just get rid of some landfill because I have way too much landfill on me. And it just so happens that I'm planning on getting some city blocks going over here anyway, sooner or later. Will probably not be this episode, but either way. So that's why I'm just filling up this area with a lot of landfill. Just to clear out my inventory more or less. So in this episode I'm again planning to make a bit of refactorings, clean up some things, and get started getting a bit closer, hopefully, on the goal towards more titanium, because titanium is the main blocker at the moment for the current research, which you should see in the top left, although right now it looks like it's biocontainer. But that's probably just because it's currently processing. Maybe it just recently got a shipment or something. But overall, recently it's been missing quite a bit of titanium. And titanium is also used to produce drill heads. Well, it's one of the recipes at least, and it's the recipe I'm currently using. Although I would like it to also become a multi-provider or multi-recipe setup, which I also did for the first time in the last episode. The Favagaia train station uses 3 different recipes to set up Favagaia. And I think that we can use probably about 3 different recipes for the drill heads as well, assuming there's space for it. I'll just go ahead and use up this last landfill while I'm here anyway. So this should provide the outline to a couple of more city blocks. Should be at least 5 more city blocks. Something I'm a bit unsure. I don't really have any plan yet what exactly will be over here, but I'm sure it will be useful sooner or later. So, in order to set up the titanium, we need this research that I'm currently researching. There we go, now that's finished, and now we're actually lacking. We have emptied out the queue, so it's time to fill up the research queue again. Can I drive and... Oh, cool, I can. Wow, this is tricky business. Driving at the same time as I'm looking at the research tree, that's not optimal. Yes, better aluminum processing, why not? That would actually be helpful because I've taken a bit of a look and I think that the titanium process, the aluminum processing should be moved sooner or later because of reasons that you will see. So I'm going to my parking in order to fill up on some various items. Hopefully iron and yeah, all kinds of stuff. And this is also why I placed the landfill, to empty out the inventory. Okay. Now zooming in on the old red science production. Well, both the old and the new, because this is the only red science production we have. Here we have something that produces wood, and the thing is that this is just a closed loop that's not really going anywhere. Besides to the moss, I was almost saying, but actually it's not even going to the moss. So I have no clue really where this is going, which is why I'm removing it. And I will be removing this moss production here as well, which will mean that I will need to import moss from somewhere else. And that's actually one of the things that we are going to do. And this little high pressure furnace is not doing anything anymore. Hasn't been doing anything for quite a while, which is why I'm removing it. And this pressure furnace for carbon dioxide should also not really be required anymore over here, which means that we can remove quite a bit of stuff here. And where is this steam going? Okay, it stops there. How great. That means that we can remove this little spaghetti pipe as well. Damn it, robots, come on, work faster. Give me my items! Okay, so in this area I would like to have an intersection. And I will use this intersection because there is not a lot of space. And because, yeah, I want to save space essentially. And here we also have some old Favogaya production that we're not really using for anything useful. And we also have some farming of Vraux, which has stopped because I haven't provided it with anything in quite a while, in particular cages. So that's standing completely still. And this data array can also be moved out of the way. And yeah, this Favogaya. And hopefully I can destroy these power poles without anything bad happening. Yeah, should be no problem. And now let's put this blueprint back there again. So that's like the next crossing that I'm hoping to set up at some point. And then moving over here, we can also see that here we have some sand production, which goes to this sand casting, which goes to the aluminium and to nowhere. And that means that we can at least remove the part that goes to nowhere. But the fact is that we will actually also remove the part that goes to the aluminum production. Because it just takes too much space. And we do actually have sand casting provided to LTN. But with the new aluminum processing recipe, we should move this to a dedicated area, to its own city block. So this is at least something more that we'll just removing, essentially. Okay. I think that was that. That's that. Did I miss anything? Okay, right. We also have this area over here where we had old plastic, and here we have a producer of Nexlite for some bloody reason that I can't really remember. Probably just because we needed some to make a machine out of Nexlite. And we also have some glass production that we also don't need to have here. So that's quite a bit of the pipes that we can just remove. And once that is removed, we should have a bit of more space over here. And then this little area over here might actually be a new area for red science production at some point. I'll actually add that to do here. To do red science production. New red science production or something. Okay. Now, do we have anything else we can clean up? I don't think so at this point. Well, I'm sure we have something we can clean up, but I'm not sure where, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, so can actually remove parts of this water pipe. Can remove quite a bit of this water pipe, it seems. Thank you. Okay, how is it going, my dear robots? Are you giving me anything? Not enough iron plates, that's for sure. Thank you. Alright, let's get some of that, and let's get some of these pie tanks, because it's time to start setting up a couple of train stations. Alright, good. So moving down here again. It's time to provide heavy oil to the network. And I need more pipes, of course. Because I'm making so many pipes out of... I'm making so many containers. Okay, what is this area called? Ore production. Oh well. Ore production. Heavy oil provider. And do we have a couple of tanks? We do. Do I have a couple of pumps? At least one. Ouch. Damn it. I wonder when or if I will ever learn to drive a car in this game. Probably not. So don't have your hopes too high for that to happen. Okay, and then please make me a constant combinator, which tells us that we have a maximum train length of 2. We have a provide threshold of 25,000. And it might also help to actually have some pipes to insert the heavy oil into the container. Thank you. Alright, that is heavy oil. Now let's head over to this old mess somewhere. Because now we will be producing acetone, which is one of the ingredients needed for the titanium mess. And we will do that at this point by dealing with a little side product actually. Where is the side product? Here it is. Black liquor can become acetone. And it can also become aromatics using a gasifier. And this requires oxygen. Of course, it would require oxygen because why not? Do I have any oxygen nearby? That's not very helpful. That's not very helpful at all, actually. What? Ah, electrolyzer, there we go. And that means that I will also be needing a gas vent. So let's see, where should we set this up? Where am I? Here I am. We need to have some place that could have room for a train station for this. And that might prove to be a bit of a problem. Okay, where is our black liquor? There it is. I need more pipes, as always. And let's see. So we have this over here. I would kind of like to expand on that further, but that might be a bit of an issue. There is some room here. Is this a good place? It's probably not actually. Nope, not a good place at all. But I need to have it somewhere. Over here might be good. Yeah, let's put it over there. So just give me some pipes there and move this fluid all the way over here. And yes, this is a big mess. I don't like it. But at least here there is space. Okay. I probably don't have any water nearby. Unless you count saline water, which I don't count. And we do need to have like a little water electrolysis process going. And for that, we need water. Electrolyzer, where are you? There you are. Oh dear, so many new recipes. Okay. And then let's use a gas vent to get rid of some hydrogen. Because I want the oxygen and I want this gasifier. Where I would like to have black liquor and oxygen. Now I just happen to wonder, how is the Roboport coverage in this area? Soon better. Soon better. There we go. Okay, black liquor comes here. Thank you. And oxygen. Thank you. So this will produce aromatics and acetone. It was suggested to me that I should use aromatics for some more like fluid burner thingy, you know, power, that's what it's called. I'm really starting to consider setting up pipe tanks in the mall. Although it wouldn't help maybe because I'm not visiting the mall that often. So aromatics is produced already over here as a byproduct of the benzene. And now I'm starting to wonder if maybe that is producing a bit too much already. Because we're not getting a lot of benzene here. So this aromatics could for sure go maybe over here to a little power setup area. For that I would need to have a powerhouse or a bunch. Those are a bit expensive, but why not? And I guess that I have quite a bit of biomass in store. Yeah, that's for sure not a problem. So yeah, I guess I'll do that then. And then it just so happens that we do have... I want more RoboPort coverage, please. We have a railway over here, which is very interesting to me. Because where there is railway, there is the possibility of setting up providers. And LTN providers are a very good thing. And yeah, I'll just allow this to just move forward at this point. This is already a bit of a mess over here. Now we do have one input area coming from over here, sort of. Actually, it's... oh, come on. Damn it. Yeah, that will just do for now. I just wanted it to connect it to some existing rail already. Now, let's see. So that means that this area should be set up for some... Actually, I might as well just put it over here. Powerhouse, thank you. 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. Sure, yes, thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Cold water slurry. Is there a difference between the cold water slurry and the benzene? Cold water slurry is actually slightly warmer. Okay, I will have to look into that. Now, aromatics, thank you. Oh, this actually uses 4 biomass. I think the other recipes only use 3. The horror. Okay, and a cooling tower, of course. Pipes. Iron. Come on. Yeah, okay, I can't really wait for that. Actually, don't we have kind of a little something over here? Yes, we do. We have LTN requester that is requesting things that we right now want to have in our inventory. How great is that? Thank you. Cooling tower. This is very nice to have an expanded grid for the robots. That means that they can deliver things to me more often. Okay, which one is the aromatics? This is the aromatics. Oh, come on. Why would I have pipes? Why indeed? Okay, that is a very important signal. And this will also be a fairly important signal. Those are not as important, but still quite useful. Logistic train stop, and this is Old Center West. And it will be an aroma... no, acetone provider. Thank you. And I need a light tank. Some pumps. Electricity. Can you cover both? Ah, you could. Cool. Combinator. And maximum train length of 2. Provide threshold 25,000. And green wire. Alright. Now that is almost taken care of. I would like to have a pie tank for the aromatics to fill it up. And yeah, I should actually set this up now instead of waiting with it. Okay. Water and aromatics. And then I would need a steam... No, a cooling tower. Not a roboport. Cooling tower. Thank you. And of course a combustion turbine. Not to be forgotten. And more pipes, please. Darn it. Oh, and we should add more research. So the goal is to get to these bedding things, which is gonna take a while. So I'll just queue a bit of research here. I have no clue really what half of this does. There we go. I just know that sooner or later I will need it. Okay, now this water needs to kind of be kick-started. Thank you, research. And it just so happens that I have an automated factory. Well, I don't have an automated factory, but I do have 29 water barrels. That might help me kickstart this process. And let's see, where do we have this combustion turbine? There it is. So please put yourself over here and be useful, preferably. I do very much like when machines are useful. They don't need any power? Interesting. How can they not need any power to cool things? Okay, I guess you could just wait for the steam to get cold or something. I mean, it's just 60 degrees anyway, so whatever. Okay, automated factory. Where is it? Here it is. Please empty water barrel. And have some water barrels. And of course I will get empty water barrels back, or rather empty barrels, but okay, fine with me, I guess. Fuel. They need fuel? They need fuel. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Because I need an item ingredient here as well. Very well, I guess we'll just do something like this. I am very much looking forward to having a personal roboport. That would be so awesome. But that's gonna take a while. Like everything else, more or less. Okay, there we go. And now we just need to have some biomass. And it just so happens that we have some rails over here. And all this was not originally part of my plan of what to do today, but it just so happens that it seems to be something quite useful to do anyway, so why not? Old Center West's item requester. I don't care about what we are requesting, it is an item requester. Okay, so a constant combinator and a bit of green wires. And please handle a train length of 2, unsurprisingly. And provide absolutely nothing. And please give me some biomass. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then please have some filter inserters that takes this biomass and outputs it on a belt. And then we may bring this belt over here. And use it over here. And this will actually fix 2 problems at once for us, because partly we do need to get rid of the aromatics, and we also have a bit of a problem with power, as you can see. So hopefully this should help with both problems. Now, how much acetone do we have? Not a lot, but it's growing. And the bad part about this recipe is that it's, first of all, extremely slow. And second of all, it's not a main product, it's only a byproduct, this black liquor. So later on, it's likely that we will need to get acetone from something else as well. But that's a problem for later, more or less. Where's my train? There it is. Yes, thank you robots, thank you robots, thank you very much. I mean, there's just so many robots coming from everywhere at this point, which is really nice and all. But I have work to do, god damn it. Okay, sorry robots, I'm ignoring you now. So, next stop will be the oak. No, actually the oak food first of all. No, actually everything. Okay, first go to the oaks. I would also like to set up an area that produces moss and seaweed, because the oak food currently needs seaweed. And yeah, the seaweed will also be using a multi-recipe thing. What the fuck is that? Tailings? Of course I need to go there and cancel everything. I need some way to fix this remotely. Not sure how that could be done though. Robots could do it, but that's... I don't really have a lot of robots. The robots are fairly busy. So that's not a good option. Now I do hope that there is room for this over here. Yeah, there is. Not a problem at all. Thank you very much. So somewhere we are apparently requesting too much tailings. So here we are at the oak area. Wood and sand. Oh well, okay. So what I would like to do here is to just move this over to this side to make it more expandable. Because at the moment we have a bit too few of these, but although we do have too few we have essentially too few of everything. We have too little oak food, most importantly. Please output priority to the left side. Okay. Thank you. And then, of course, these actually can go there. Oh, come on. That's obviously not what I wanted. Actually, we are going to move these two over here as well, just to make room for some more. Thank you. Cleaning up all the things. Maybe we will not have time for so many new things in this episode. Might be more of a cleanup episode. But those are useful as well. And now naturally these go to the wrong side of everything. But well. Okay, here we have a Typhoon Bay. Thank you. It's a bit annoying that it's 3 inputs, because it's also 1 output. But I guess that can just go on this side instead. Not optimal, but it will work. One and two. One and two. Oh, damn, are you kidding me? They don't stack. Fine. Very well. Okay. No more room now. Very well. I guess I'll just have to put them over here then. Nope, okay, can't do that either. Oh, because these... No. You need to take things in, and then there needs to be other inserters to take things out. Something like this. And this should then go over here. Fine. And fine. And a bit more transport belts, so not fine. Okay. Now please put these in here. Thank you. Good. So now it's just more of this Typhoon base and more AUG foods that we are missing here. And a bit more belts and stuff, of course, but that can easily be dealt with later on. Moving right along then, I guess we should aim at fixing the actual AUG food. And in order to do that, we need to set up some seaweed and moss. Well, we don't need them. Well, actually, yeah, we do need moss for that as well. But most importantly, we need to set up things. And I don't have enough. I don't have nearly enough belts for that. Or pipes for that matter. There are some belts. Here are some pipes. Okay, fine. And while I'm here, I might as well change this rail signal around a bit. Because I think I have mostly stopped driving south here. I'm always driving upwards these days. So for this we are going to need a bunch of seaweed crop facilities and moss farms. So looks like I need some limestone and soil. And I think I know of a place that might have these things. I'm curious, how is that new production going that I set up? It doesn't seem to be going at all. That's not good. I'll drive up there later and try and look into that problem. Okay, soil. Was kind of expecting there to be more soil available here, but how much soil was it that I needed? I don't even know. Probably quite a bit. Was it the seaweed farm? Nope, it was the moss. 50 soil. Okay. So that's 2 at least. That's a start. This is one ugly way to do this. Okay, that should be enough for a while. And then I need the limestone, which I probably have quite a bit of over here. I still have bloody a lot of it. Yeah, 500 is enough, thank you. Seaweed. Then we need more stone bricks, naturally. And then I also need some moss to kickstart the whole thing. And it just so happens that we are producing a bit of moss over here. Thank you. Should be enough for now. Do I have any radars? One radar. Could use a couple of more, please. Now let's look into this problem. Why we are not producing that much power over here in the new place. Okay, one there, one there. Yeah, that's good enough. So, what's the problem? Are you missing water, possibly? It just so happens that you are. Alright then. I guess I need to put down a pump jack in order to fill up with some more water. It's important to not fill too much here because it is, after all, a closed loop. And closed loops are normally very nice. The only problem here is that it's really important to not fill it up too much. I could just set up, yeah, actually I'll do that. Underflow valve. No, actually, no. I don't want to have an underflow valve actually. That should be enough. Because if I would have an underflow valve, then it would continue to fill up until I had maximum amount of steam here as well. And that's not something I would like. Okay. Is this producing? No, now it just has a backlog of aromatics here. Very well. You need more? Apparently you do. Oh well, fine by me. Okay, so seaweed and moss will be up here. And let's actually use another little blueprint that I have here. The track switch. Thank you. Would be better, of course, if you actually placed it out yourself, but damn it. Okay. So now then, how about we start to set up a little train station over here? Not sure what I need to have in this train station though at the moment. But I'm sure it will be used for something. Like most train stations actually. I do need an item provider, and I also think I will need some requesters for fluid probably. Seaweed, moss. This will be an item provider maybe. Okay, let's see. Where do we have a warehouse? Found it. Boy. Wait a minute. This should be a multi-provider. So it should look like this. Naturally. And it just so happens that I don't really have any electricity in this area. Where is my closest electricity? Over there. Fine. Good! Now it's starting to look like something. Not really, actually. Not really looking like anything at all, I would say. But eventually, sooner or later, hopefully, famous last words. Okay, moss. Now the question is, how should we make the moss? Will there be any other versions of this later on? Just so happens that there will. Chlorinated water? What the fuck is that? But these are marked in red, okay. And these don't even show any required technology. Very strange. But either way, okay, we will have better versions later for the moss. So I'm thinking that if I set up 3 different recipes, that should kind of be enough. And this stone can actually be produced here locally. So water, carbon dioxide. So I will need a carbon dioxide requester. And then there's something using chlorinated water, which I have no clue what it is. And some coarse fraction. And the coarse fraction is currently only produced by this stone recipe and this old soil recipe. And it's currently only used for iron oxide, stone, and gravel. Oh, but we will need to provide it sooner or later. Huh. That's gonna be annoying, all these recipes, but very well. But for now, I think I mainly want to focus on this one. Stone, water, carbon dioxide. So using the stone, we should be able to set up a soil extractor and a washer. Only problem is that we are missing ingredients or items or some things. Then let's take a look at the seaweed, which can be made using slaked lime. So once again, assuming maybe 3 different options, I'm thinking water, and then saline water and carbon dioxide, and then this super awesome recipe. That's what it will be. Now then, how to scale this? That's the question. How on earth to scale this? I do want both multi-recipe for seaweed and multi-recipe for moss in this area. So I'm just going to sort of more or less divide the area in half. Okay. saline water, carbon dioxide. Can I make another one of these? Of course I can't. Of course I can't. Okay. Saline water, carbon dioxide. I need 2 more requesters here. Maybe 3 even. One for the slaked lime, which we don't even have yet. So this will be carbon dioxide requester. And this will be saline water. Okay, tanks. Constant combinator. Woohoo! Saline water. Drain length of 2. Provide absolutely nothing. Saline water. $30K. Request threshold. 15K. Just to avoid any bugs, essentially. Copy this, paste it here. And here it should not be saline water, it should be carbon dioxide. But it should be approximately 30K. Pump. Okay. And a green wire. Tends to help. Why are you not... Am I missing saline water? How is that even possible? I was sure that I saw it here somewhere. Saline water. Okay, this is actually a requester. This is a provider, but it doesn't have nearly enough. And this is also a requester. Okay then. I guess that's fine. I will just make a note to myself. To provide some saline water in the next episode, most likely. Very well. I guess that causes a bit of an issue. But I do have a plan B, more or less. And that plan B says to ignore this best recipe and just Actually, I should have some carbon dioxide, shouldn't I? Uh-oh. This might explain a thing or two. Our train is very much in the way. Is this the same? So it is. It's the same block. Okay, so where are all these things going? Where do you think you're going? But carbon dioxide, I'm pretty sure we have that somewhere. Namely here, exactly. And it is being provided. And it doesn't seem to be missing in LTN. Where's my depot? Here is my depot. Where do you think you're going? I think I need more locomotives. And yeah, I will fill up with another locomotive and another fluid wagon. Oh dear me, what a horrible path you're choosing, but sure, fine. See, imagine if I would just have cleaned up this area. That I actually might do pretty soon, hopefully, maybe, eventually. We'll see. Ugh. What a mess! Okay. Do we have any copper over here? Yes. And simple circuit boards, thank you very much. Simple circuit boards is something that we're missing quite a bit of. Okay, so seaweed, stone bricks. Stone bricks. We are naturally missing stone bricks. Now I will do that thing that I said that I'm never doing anymore, namely driving against the traffic, just in order to pick up some stone bricks from over here. Okay. Seaweed. And maybe a few more moss. And the question is if we can make some more inserters. Thank you. Uh-oh, we're missing lamps. That's not good. Let me guess, are we missing glass, possibly? Where is the lamp production? Here it is. We are indeed very much missing glass. Because we are missing molten glass. Because we are probably missing quartz and stuff. Yeah, we are missing quartz and stuff. Very well. Okay, where was I? Going back to... not over there. Ah. Going back to over here. To set up. Yeah, right, I'm wondering... oh. Now I remember I was working on getting another locomotive. That's a locomotive, and here is a fluid wagon, and here you may have some fuel for this locomotive. Now please go to this depot, one fluid wagon, and enjoy, and please stop colliding into my bloody train. Oh, come on. Can't you just kind of like... choose the other path, damn it! Sure. That's a long way to go around. Which shouldn't be necessary, but it is at the moment. Because all our other rails are not finished yet. Because I am lacking construction robots seriously. Okay, stop here, please. Thank you. Alright, now we have carbon dioxide at least. That's something. Let's connect that. And that should probably go to both of these, shouldn't it? Because I'm pretty sure that moss also requires carbon dioxide. And it does. And speaking of which, didn't I say that I wanted a washer and a soil extractor? If not, I'm saying it now. So, okay. How are we doing with the saline water? We have absolutely nothing, of course. Right. How about we start some production of a very, very horrible recipe? But I'm desperate. I might be needing a bunch of these. Oh, low power again, come on. Sure. Okay, there we have some seaweed. This will be a multi-recipe provider area later on. But first I just want to produce something, essentially. Because something is clearly better than nothing. So now then, please use some red wires because we are going to use a little requesting system to avoid filling this too much. And we will be requesting 10,000 seaweed and 10,000 moss. And yes, I do actually believe that it will be this useful. Seaweed less than 0. And moss less than 0. Okay. So I actually think that I will be stopping here for this episode because I don't want to deal with this stuff just yet of setting up all this. There's multi-requester, multi-recipe thing. So I will just be preparing here a little bit just to sort of indicate to me for next time what I'm planning on doing. Like that, and I can actually... Ugh. No, of course I can't. At least not without making things look horribly. Yeah, you know what? Nope. I will be always taking in things from the left, right, and always outputting to the left. Because it just so happens that it feels better that way. So a little bit of space and then another one here. And this will be using the worst recipe, and then it will just keep on getting better in this direction. That's a moss, that's a moss. Yeah. You will see the rest in the next episode. So thank you for watching and see you next time, essentially. Bye.